Hello to the first semester students of KLS GCC. This is Professor Deepa Tangankar dealing with financial accounting. In the previous class, we were dealing with the third unit, and in third unit, we were studying accounting procedure. In that, we have studied accounting procedure for agricultural activities, wherein we have studied how to prepare crop and corn account. We have also seen as to how to like horticultural activity and nursery, how the account has been prepared for the same. We have also studied dairy activity, that is, if it is dairy activity, then how to prepare cattle account, that is what we have studied in the previous class. Today we are dealing with if it is pottery activity, okay, then if it is poultry and activity, then how a pottery account has been prepared. Okay, now poultry activity is nothing but wherein the farm is used for uh, pottery birds like chicken, okay, then turkey, okay, then this has been, these birds have been used for producing eggs or meat. Then in that case, the profit or loss from such birds is being calculated with the help of pottery account. Okay, so poultry account, how do you prepare it? This is the format of how to prepare a poultry account. First is you record the opening stock. So two opening stock. So in opening stock you have poultry birds, poultry eggs and poultry food. Okay. Next is two purchases. So if there are any purchases of poultry birds and food, that has been written in the inner column and the total of it will be written in the outer column. Any wages being paid. So two wages, two medicine, two poultry expenses. Okay, any expenses being done on these birds and birds, then in that case those expenses have been written here. To insurance, we need insurance for the poultry activity, so insurance is also being given, for insurance expenses are also being recorded. Next, to insurance, then two other expenses, to depreciation on cases, shed, etc. Now what is this cases? So depreciation on cases is nothing but the trays or the cases which are being used. Now normally you find in a chicken shop, you find chicken or the birds are being put into different cases. Okay, and they are being put into those trays and they are being the food grains have been put over onto those particular cases, onto those particular tray. So depreciation for those cases, that is the tray what you use for keeping those birds, that is nothing but cases. So depreciation is to be given onto the cases for those particular trays. Shed is nothing but the shade what you use, shed which is being used for keeping those birds. So depreciation for the shed is also to be given, or any other such fixed asset, then in that case you will have to give depreciation. Coming to the credit side, buy sales on poultry birds, poultry eggs, buy drawings, birds and eggs used by the owner. Okay, drawings, if there are any drawings, then birds and eggs used by the owner. Buy wages, birds and eggs used by the workers. Next, buy closing stock, poultry birds, poultry food, poultry eggs, and total of this will give you either profit or loss in terms of poultry product. Okay, so in terms of poultry activities. So this is how you prepare a poultry account. That is, you first take the opening stock. Let me just get back to that particular account. You first take the opening stock of poultry birds, eggs and food. Then any purchases been made. Then any expenses, that is any wages, medicine, then poultry expenses, insurance, other expenses, depreciation on the cases and shed, etc. These expenses are being given. Next, buy sales. Coming to the credit side, buy sales, that is any pottery birds or pottery eggs being sold, then that comes in case of sales. Buy drawings, buy wages, buy closing stock. profit, when you add the profit debit side and deduct the credit side, you will get either the profit or loss. Okay, profit or loss for poultry account. Okay, so this is how you prepare the poultry account. Next comes, so the next one is in case of piscicultural activities. Now what is this piscicultural activities? Now we have learnt in case of how an agricultural land is being used for different activities. Like for example, it can be used for agricultural products wherein you grow fruit grains. It can be used for horticultural activities wherein you grow vegetables, fruits, and then try to find out the profit or loss being made. You can use it for nursing, that is nurseries, that is you can use that land for growing or planting of plants and selling those plants and then earning profit or loss out of it. You can also use the farm for dairy activities, that is your maintaining animals, okay, for which the profit or loss can be analyzed with the help of dairy products like milk, butter, cheese, and so on. So dairy product, how a cattle account is being prepared, that is what we have seen in the previous class. We have also seen how a land can be used for poultry activities, that is poultry activities, how a land can be used for birds, okay, turkey, chicken, and so on. Okay, so we have seen poultry account in the previous class. Now we'll be seeing as to how a land can be used for piscicultural activities, that is how a land can be used for rearing the fishes. Okay, so for rearing the fishes there are various tanks and ponds being maintained. So a separate account for each tank or pond can be opened, or you can also have an account being prepared for each fish. That is, only fish account can also be prepared for all the tanks and ponds. Okay, the profit, to find out the, to know the profit or loss from either each of the tank or from tank or pond, or from the number of fishes that you are maintaining, based on that you can also have an account being prepared. So fish account for the year ending. So this is how, if it is piscicultural activity, then this is how you prepare the account. Fish account for the year ending 31st December, whatever is the year ending been given. Next is to opening stock. To the debit side, you take it first opening stock, wherein fish and food stuff is being recorded. Next, to add purchases to it, that is purchase of food stuff or purchase of food grains or food stuff or span. That is, span is nothing but a plant which is to deposit all the eggs and eggs into the water. You have spawn being used, wherein spawn being used, wherein whatever the eggs which are being produced by the hen or by the by any of the bird, that is being put into the spawn, in wherein that container contains water. Okay, so purchase of spawn or food stuff, that has been recorded over here. Next, to wages, any wage expenses being done. Next, to catching expenses. Okay, catching expenses is nothing but, so catching expenses. Next, catching expenses is when you're keeping that bird into the uh, shed, then those catching expenses are being recorded over here. To other expenses, to depreciation on nets and equipments is to be recorded. Coming to the credit side, by sales, by drawings, fish used by the owner, by wages, fishes used by owner, and by closing stock, fishes and fish and food stuff. The same way here, in terms of when you add the debit side and deduct the credit side, you get to profit or loss transferred to general profit and loss account. Okay, so that is in terms of profit. If it is loss, it comes to the credit side, but if it is profit, it comes to the debit side. Now once you're done with piscicultural, that is, we have studied different activities in terms of farm accounting. One is in terms of agricultural activity, second is horticultural, nurseries, dairy activity, poultry activity, and last one was piscicultural activity. The second last one was piscicultural activity. Next, we also have sericultural activity. Now, sericultural activities, the silkworms are cultivated, okay, and then these cultivated silkworms are used for for preparing silk saris or any silk material. So that this silkworms are being used for the further process in terms of silk saris. So that is nothing but sericultural activity. Okay, and the sericultural activity is also being prepared in the same case, like the way you have like the way you prepare uh, like the way you prepare fish account, that is in terms of piscicultural activity. Similarly, you will prepare sericultural activity also. Okay, coming to the next one, that is last one, that is livestock. Now what is this livestock? Livestock is nothing but, now livestock activities are nothing but rearing of different types of livestock, that is you're using sheep, pigs, horse, uh, bullocks, okay, etc. for cultivating the farm or for cattle account. Then in that case you will prepare the livestock account. Now how will you make this livestock account? This is the format of livestock account for the year ending, whatever is the year being given. Next, two opening stock wherein livestock, feeding material, two purchases livestock, feeding material, two livestock maintenance, any maintenance charges being done on those animals, that is in terms of horse, pig, sheep, etc. That has been, that is nothing but two livestock maintenance, two crops and corns used for livestock feeding in, if any, two repairs to the shed. Okay, then if any repairs been done on shed, then that will be considered in terms of expenses. By two insurance, two depreciation, and then coming to the credit side, buy sales, buy closing stock, livestock and feeding material. So opening stock and then deduct the closing stock will give you the profit for the year. So to profit transferred to general profit and loss account. Okay, so this is how you prepare the livestock account. I hope you have understood this particular video wherein we have studied different accounts to be prepared. I'll just revise it from first. That is crop account, wherein this is used in terms of agricultural product. If any agriculture farm is being used for agricultural use. Okay, that is you're preparing, you're having cultivation of food grains and corns being done, then you prepare the agricultural then you prepare the corn and crop account. Similarly you will prepare for horticultural activity, that is if you're growing fruits or plant vegetables into the farm, then you prepare the same kind of account. Even in case of nursing, then I'm sorry, nurseries, then in that case the same kind of account is being prepared. Next is, if it is dairy product, dairy activities, then this is how you prepare the uh, dairy account, that is the cattle account. Okay, this is how you prepare the cattle account for dairy products. Okay, dairy activities. Next is, if it is poultry activities, then this is how you prepare the poultry account. Poultry account is nothing but wherein birds like chicken, then turkey, okay, then any such kind of birds are being birds are being used for producing eggs and all, then in that case this poultry account has been prepared. Next comes is the piscicultural activity, wherein the fishes are being reared. Okay, the rearing of fishes has been done into various tanks, so tanks and ponds. So either a separate tank or pond account has been prepared, or you can prepare an account wherein for specific for number of fishes. Okay, so fish account can also be prepared. It can be either in terms of tanks or pond, or it can be in terms of number of fishes. So this is in case of piscicultural activity, fish account being prepared. Okay, next comes in case of sericultural activities. Now sericultural activity is wherein silkworms are being used, okay, for cultivating I mean, like for example, you have manufacturing of silk saris. So that is being silk saris are being manufactured by sericultural activities. So with the help of silkworm. Okay, so that is nothing but sericultural activities. Next comes is the livestock activity. Now livestock activity is nothing but wherein you're using the sheep or pigs or horse or bull for cultivating the land, or for having, I mean, this is how the livestock account is being prepared. I hope you have understood how we prepare different accounts and the accounting procedure for farm accounting. From the next class, we will start with the problems in terms of these accounting procedures which we have studied today. Okay, thank you.